But Missouri's a good football team. Missouri is a good football team. Absolutely, without question, Missouri is.
Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
What is going on, people? What is happening? Thanks for joining Big B Daily Show. Welcome back. We are live on TikTok, live on YouTube. What is going on, people? What is going on? Man, it's Wednesday. Kind of a quiet Wednesday as far as a sports day, but there's still stuff going on. Still craziness going on. NFL, live and in effect. Little NBA news. Going to cover a couple of things of that nature. Our man Hot Soup Fantasy Football. Save all your fantasy football questions until he gets here. So if you ask one and I don't answer it, it's because we're holding all of the fantasy football questions until our man Hot Soup Fantasy Football gets here. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. I'm telling you up front. So either way, what's happening, you guys? Thank you guys for joining Big B Daily Show Monday through Friday, live on TikTok, live on YouTube, 4 p.m. Central Time. Let's see what we got today. So 3,500 likes. Keep tapping the screen over on YouTube or on TikTok. And we need 30 new follows. So we need 27 more to get there. So if you're in here and you're not following, please give me a follow. Simple. Let's get to it. Deshaun Watson out for the year. Got a broken bone in his shoulder. Man. Ugh. Ugly. And apparently he's got to have the surgery immediately. I don't know what the deal was. I mean, he just played well, but apparently he's got to have this surgery immediately because he could do further damage. Man. out for the year. Just when the Browns, I think, were turning the corner. They're 6-3. Huge game on Sunday against the Steelers at home. Ooh, that's ugly. That's ugly. I like Deshaun Watson. I didn't like him. I didn't want him to play well against the Steelers, obviously. But I like Deshaun Watson. I thought he was playing well. He'd gotten it together. But those are the breaks, is what they say. Those are the breaks. Nobody feels bad for anybody as far as injuries. I mean, injuries are part of football. It sucks, but it is what it is. My thing is, what do you guys think that Cleveland's going to do? I was on TikTok earlier. A lot of people said that they think that the Browns season is over. I don't think the Browns season is over. So I don't think the season is over. I don't. So here's my man Golf Hawk is saying that Watson being out is better for the Browns. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I think he was starting to play well. I think he was starting to get it figured out. I don't think that it was better for the Browns. No. So that's it's crazy. At this time, you know, whew. But you know what? It is what it is. I know nobody felt bad for the Steelers a few years back when Ben Roethlisberger went out for the season. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. We had a guy by the name of damn Duck was playing quarterback by the end of the season. And nobody cared. And when somehow we figured out a way to finish 8-8 that year. That was before that they had 17 games. So it's football, man. Unfortunately, injuries are a huge part of it. I feel bad for Deshaun. I don't feel bad for Cleveland. I don't. Sorry. I'm a Steelers fan. So we'll move on. We will move on. So let's talk about this for a second, people. Did any of y'all see this Draymond Green thing? Draymond Green put the man in a chokehold. So I got some thoughts. I've got some thoughts. So my first thought is Draymond is a bully. Let's just get that out of the open. Draymond is a bully. And you know what bullies are. Bullies pick on people that they know they can bully. That's what Draymond Green is. Because we know that Rudy Gobert is soft. We know that Rudy Gobert is soft. So he picked on a guy that he knew he could bully. And that lie that Steve Kerr should be fined for lying, talking about, well, Rudy had his hand on Klay Thompson's neck. No, he did not. Stop telling that lie. The NBA should come out and fine Steve Kerr just for lying. Man. Not to mention, this is partly the NBA's fault. And here's why I say it. The NBA has allowed this buffoonery behavior from Draymond Green go on for too long. So many years they have allowed this buffoonery to just go on. And not that he's a great player or he was ever a great player, because I don't believe that he was. But now his buffoon behavior is more important than what he actually brings to the table. That, to me, is the biggest crime. And they have allowed all of this to go on. It's ridiculous. So it's absolutely ridiculous. And the NBA should be ashamed of themselves. And they can't overcorrect it now, because if they had been just fining him for the buffoonish behavior all along, then giving him 15 to 20 games now would have been fine. They can't do that now. They can't fine him 15 games or suspend him 15 games. They can't do that. I mean, they can, but they won't. It's just insane. Just insane for that to go on. Now, the next part of this, if I'm Rudy Gobert, I got to get the hell out of Minnesota. I got to get out of Minnesota. Here I am in a chokehold, and not one of my teammates do anything to help me get out of it. Karl Anthony Towns is the biggest, softest guy that I've ever seen in my life. The biggest, softest guy I have ever seen in my life. Just absolutely afraid of Draymond Green. Y'all saw the picture. It was almost like he was asking Draymond in his ear, hey, man, please let him go. Please let him go. Oh, my God. Here's a good point. As Draymond continues to age, he'll act more like Charles Oakley, mauling people to be relevant. Yes. Yes, Golf Hawk. 100%. 100%. Jeez. It's just insane. It's just insane. But yeah, I got to get the hell out of if I'm Rudy Gobert, I got to get the hell out of there. Cat wasn't trying to separate anybody. Stop the nonsense. You're first of all, your teammate's in a chokehold. There is no separating. It's punching at that point. Or because Draymond, first of all, Draymond came from behind to choke Rudy. Okay, tough guy. You come from behind to put him in a chokehold. But there is no, hey, come on, stop, break it up. No. It's my right hand goes across your nose. Let my teammate go. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. And that should let Rudy know that his teammates don't care about him at all. Don't care about him at all. Not to mention Rudy. Y'all saw Rudy putting his hands up. Like, do y'all see this? Will y'all do something? Help me. I'm like, Rudy, help yourself, man. Do something. Oh, my God. Just unbelievable. So, unbelievable. It was just buffoonery. But they got to suspend Draymond. They won't do it. Ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. So, but let's move on. Let's move on. Hey, as a reminder, man, Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. We're live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Anybody that's on, keep tapping the screen, TikTok. Keep tapping the screen, man. Let's get to 5,000 likes. And we need 30 follows. Anybody in here that's not following, please give me a follow. Give me a follow. We need 25 more. 25 more. So save all of your fantasy football questions. My man Hot Soup's going to be joining us here in just a minute. Here in just a little bit. So NFL Power Rankings. We're at the midway point. We're at the midway point of the season. NFL Power Rankings. So I got the Eagles at 1. We'll just go through them. I got the Eagles at 1. The Eagles got a crazy stretch here the next 4 or 5 games. It's insane. So if the Eagles come out of this with 1 loss, then the Eagles are the bona fide number 1 team in the NFL. Now, if they lose 3 or 4, we got to start having a conversation. Right now, I got the Eagles at 1. So I got the Eagles at 1, the Chiefs at 2, 49ers at 3. I still got the Ravens hanging on, even though they had a bad loss. But look, the Browns are good. We'll see how good they are without Deshaun. I got the Ravens still at 4. And I got the Cowboys slipping in at 5. The Dallas Cowboys. Now, look. Yes, the Cowboys beat up on a bad Giants team. They did. But the Cowboys were right there against the Eagles on the road. Had a chance to win the game. I mean, you're not a bad football team if you're right there at the end and you self-destruct. So the Dolphins outside looking in right now. Dolphins are outside looking in right now. The Dolphins haven't played good against anybody good, except the Chiefs. I'll take that back. Except the Chiefs. They got back into that game against the Chiefs. I'll give them credit. I will absolutely give the Dolphins credit. So, but they're right at 6. If we were doing a top 6, the Dolphins would be right there. So, but that's who I got. Who do you all like as far as your top 5 teams? Give me top 5 of your all's teams in the NFL. Top 5. And Cowboys can't beat anybody that's good. That's a good point. That's a good point. I still think they're a little better than the Lions, though. My man Keegan says he's hated Draymond Green since he's been in the league. The Raiders, no. I do like what the Raiders are doing, though. I do like what the Raiders are doing. I love it. Smoking cigars after every win. They are so happy in Vegas. They are so happy to have a new coach. Buccaneers, okay, people aren't being serious. And yep, because you got Titan, the people aren't being serious. And if you're not going to be serious, I'm not going to read your information. Eagles, Ravens at 2, Chiefs at 3, Bengals at 4, 49ers at 5. I don't hate it, Chuck. I don't necessarily like the order, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs, Ravens, 49ers. Again, I don't hate it. Don't agree with the order, but I don't hate it. Do not hate it. So, my man Golf Hawk has got the Eagles, 49ers, Chiefs, Bengals, and Ravens. Yeah. Don't hate it. Don't hate that order. So, all right. Wednesday, we got our man here. Hot Soup Fantasy Football is here. I know y'all have been hiding or waiting here with your fantasy football questions. I know people on TikTok have. So we're going to bring our man in. Hot Soup Fantasy Football. Answer any questions. Tell us who to start, who not to start, who to sit this week. And we will get this thing up and moving. What's going on? Hold on one second, my man.
Ooh. We in. What's happening,
Yeah,
Big
what's going
B?
on, man? What's going on? What's going on?
Man, let's start off, man, with I went out and saw Big B for his birthday, man, 2 weekends ago and had a great time out there in Dallas, man. Let's start off with that, bro.
Yes.
I appreciate the hospitality, man. You showed us love out there, and I just want to send you some shots out, man. Appreciate meeting the family and all your friends, man. We hung out, and it was a good time, my brother.
It was a good time. It was a great time. We got to do it again soon. Hopefully, I will be off the crutches, so my knee will be back together, so I can get out in them streets with you. So we can get something done next time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's get after it. A couple of things. Let's just start off real quick. Who should we start? Who should we sit this week? I was going to read a question over here, but it doesn't make sense. somebody's asking, should they start Puka? I don't know why anybody would ask that question. So
yeah, Puka's a start, man. Matthew Stafford's back to answer that question real quick. Start you some Puka, start you some Cooper Kupp. Can't bench those guys with Matt Stafford playing.
gotcha.
So some guys, obviously these guys aren't, guys that we know that are going to start, like our main top 5, top 6. When I do my top 5 starts, man, I like to grab guys that, maybe are on your team, but you got on the bench. And maybe
Right?
we need to get those guys that, are big names out of your lineup and get some other guys in. So number one this week was Mike Evans. You got to have Mike Evans in your lineups right now.
Okay.
He's being targeted double-digit targets every game. He's outplaying Chris Godwin by a big margin right now, and it just looks that Baker Mayfield is just showing a lot of continuity with that guy. So and he's getting a lot of red zone targets as well. Mike Evans is the man over there. Get him in your lineups. Another guy, Devin Singletary. I know y'all seen he got 30 touches last week. There is no Damian Pierce. Who is that guy? Devin Singletary, 30 touches. There's no running back in the league getting that. So we got to get him in. We got to get him in our lineups, man. He went for 150 yards. That's 5 yards a pop. The way CJ Stroud is opening up that offense with that passing game, all 3 receivers, all of them have gone over 100 yards receiving in different games this year. So he's got that passing game going. Dalton Schultz opening up those running lanes. Man, it's a beautiful thing over there in Houston right now. So Devin Singletary needs to be in all lineups.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. So those would be, starts. Sits, guys that you have to sit. Trevor Lawrence, don't start him. Don't be stupid. You got to be smarter than that. He hasn't even, I can't remember last time he even threw a touchdown pass. I think they scored 3 points last week.
Yeah.
That offense is just in disarray. Get him out your lineups. Gabe Davis, I don't know if you guys noticed. Anytime Stephon Diggs has a down game, the next 2 games, he's going dummy. So Gabe Davis is not going to get a lot of work this week, in my opinion. He's also going against New York Jets, who are ranked first against the receiver. So I benched Gabe Davis this week if I was y'all. Joe Mixon, he's going against Baltimore's defense. Baltimore has showed up time and time again, stopping running backs. They're not getting nothing on the ground, nothing through the air. Baltimore's tough, man. That's why they win in games. And, Lamar Jackson ain't really had to do nothing. He's been dismal this year, compared to what he's supposed to be. So it's all that Baltimore defense. They're getting turnovers, man. They're scoring. So Joe Mixon, man, he's a bench for me.
Gotcha. Couple of questions that popped up. Here's one I'll show you here. Golf Hawk. This is a question I never thought that anybody would ask in my lifetime. But this is a legitimate question right here.
Let me tell you
Sam
why.
Howell or Joe Burrow?
Let me tell you why. Sam Howell's the number 3 quarterback right now in fantasy scoring, standard league.
Yes.
Number 3. I was talking about Sam. I said it. I didn't know he was going to be number 3. I'm thinking like top 10 this year. He's number 3 right now. Now, Joe Burrow's healthy. Joe Burrow missed a lot. He can't be top 3, right? So, in my opinion, let me go check out the matchups, man.
Now, Higgins is out, and they play the Ravens.
No, I just want to look at it on here just to see where the defense ranked. Sam Howell's going against New York Giants, and Burrow is going against Baltimore.
Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Sam
Howell.
Yeah.
Sam Howell. I'm starting Sam Howell this week. You heard it from Hot Soup.
I think it's Sam Howell. Who would have thought, Soup? Who would have thought that this week you're going to take Sam Howell over Joe Burrow? But it's fantasy football, man. It's fantasy football. It's crazy.
Baltimore, number 1 defense in the league against the quarterback. Why even chance it? Sam Howell's going to give you a high floor. Be smart. Get your high floor, and let's move.
Absolutely. Couple of questions over on TikTok. One was, should you start Rashir White or Kenneth Walker? I like Walker. Yeah.
I'm going with Walker over White. White had a big game last game, and Walker didn't.
Correct.
But let's go look at the thick of it all. Walker's the better running back. He's in a better situation, and in my opinion, I would go with Walker. TD. White doesn't score. He gets yards, but doesn't score a lot of touchdowns. Kenneth Walker, if they get anywhere within 5 yards of the goal line, they're running Kenneth Walker. It's not going to be a pass. So, yeah, man, I go Kenneth Walker all day.
Got that. Then we had another one with Judy or Dobbs.
Dobbs been hot.
Yep.
Judy's been not. Cortland Sutton is the number 1 receiver over there in Denver right now. Denver got that running game going. Javonte Williams is pushing that pill right now. Judy's he hasn't really done anything this year. What makes you think it's going to happen this game?
Right.
I go with Dobbs on this one.
I was going to ask you, Soup, is Judy even worth being on your roster at
Roster.
this point?
He's a filler. I
Yeah.
haven't started Jarrod Judy. I started him one time, I think in the last 8 weeks, and he got me like 8 points or something like that. It was serviceable, but I had to start him. I had nobody else to start. It had to happen in that league. So yeah, man, Judy's. I mean, yeah, bro, that's
Right.
start Dobbs.
I
Start
was going
Dobbs.
to say. Now, I got a couple of questions over here on TikTok. People are asking about trades. I go, first of all, the trading deadline for fantasy football has got to be right here. I mean, it's in the next 2 weeks. It's got to be done with.
So really, it just depends. In standard leagues, it comes at a certain time. But then if you could have a league that is customized, where you are in with a bunch of your friends and there is no trade deadline, or they push it out into December. So it just depends on the league, really, to be honest with you. So we can still talk trades. That's fine.
Okay, here's one. Somebody's talking about Travis Etienne for Kittle.
Hell yeah.
I think so.
Of course. Kittle is more of a tight end, a boom or bust. Okay. He might go off for 1 reception for 10 yards. He might go off for 8 receptions for 120 yards.
Right.
Just depends on who's hurt on that offense. If Deebo Samuel and Ayuk are both healthy, Kittle doesn't really get any work. It's McCaffrey. He's like the number 4 receiver when it happens.
Right.
But when one of those guys go down, he usually gets more work. He's more of a blocking tight end. I'm taking ETN all day. That's a no-brainer.
So Jaylen Warren or Cortland Sutton?
PPR, Cortland Sutton. Non-PPR, Cortland Sutton.
You think both?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Do you need a running back? Do you have a lot of receivers? That could go both ways. But if I'm just looking at player value, I'm going Cortland Sutton. He's getting more goal line. He'll get more goal line targets than Jaylen Warren. If the Steelers get down within 5 yards, they're putting Najee Harris in. Trust me.
Right, and they do.
They do. They both had great games. Your Steelers looking kind of good, man.
Hey, we're running the football now. All right, so we're finally running that damn football.
Yeah, I'll run that.
We figured out how to run the football a little bit now.
Then
we can just get baby hands Pickett to figure out how to throw the football. My goodness, he's killing me.
Let's get some play action going on, man.
Or something, man. Or something. So y'all over on YouTube, man, put your questions together. Throw them out there. We'll answer as many as we can. Let's see. TikTok, what do we got?
And y'all can always go to my channel, man. Y'all can always go to my YouTube channel, ask questions. I always get back within 24 hours. You can go to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, man. Like and subscribe and go on there. Ask me questions, man. That's what I'm here for.
Gotcha. Good question over here on TikTok. Good question over here on TikTok. From my man Dominique saying, should he trade Mostert away for Jonathan Taylor?
Hell yeah.
I think, Jonathan Taylor is just getting going.
Yeah, he's just not getting started.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 guy.
Yeah,
Mostert was here, but injuries, getting injured, and Achen's back, so he starts coming down a little further, man. Less touches. He'll probably be a 15-touch guy. Taylor's going to be a 25-touch guy. That's a no-brainer, fella.
Speaking of Achen, somebody sent me a trade today wanting to get Achen for Deshaun Watson. And this was after they announced Deshaun Watson was hurt.
They tried you.
I'm just like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah,
what are we?
Man.
Look, but the jive ass turkeys got to win last week. Hot suit. Y'all saw it. We're gonna sneak into the playoffs just like we did last year. We're gonna sneak in late and get hot.
This is what I know. This is what I know about fantasy football, man. About life, period, man. If you don't shoot, man, you can't score. So I understand why they sent you. Now,
of course, you have to.
Hey, I remember one time I'm going through. I'm trying to decline. I ended up accepting the trade that I didn't want, and just being asleep or woke up like, oh no, I did that. This year I dropped Aaron Jones on accident, man. I'm trying to make moves in the morning, 4:30 a.m. Oh, trades are going through, waivers going through. I'm like, Aaron Jones. Oh man, I'm dropped them on accident, bro. So it happens, man. You can't score if you don't shoot, man.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Another good question over here on TikTok. Jalen Hurts or CJ Stroud? My thing is Hurts going against
you can't bench Chiefs. Hurts, bro. You just can't bench Hurts.
And you can't bench him, but
I would say CJ Stroud over a lot of quarterbacks. But when you go Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. You just can't bench those guys. You'll be a fool. This is why I say that about Jalen Hurts so much, is because he has the brotherly shove, man. And you heard me talking about that brotherly shove
Yeah.
when this is a couple weekends ago. Like, and I'm talking to it was Buckwheat, and I'm like, and he's a Dallas fan, and I'm like, bro, y'all gonna lose this game because of that. The
Just
fact that they have 4 downs to get a first down. They don't have 3. They have 4. They're the only team in the league that has 4 downs. And if they do it, 99% they're going to get it. And Jalen Hurts has that same potency in the red zone. If they're 2 yards out, they did it 3 yards out this year and got it.
They don't
So
care.
my point is, man, I mean, Jalen Hurts, bro, you can't take him out the game.
Gotcha.
Brotherly love, brotherly shove.
My man, Golf Hawk over here on YouTube saying Cortland Sutton is a great wide receiver.
He is,
I
man.
don't know if is he a wide receiver 1 yet in fantasy football?
High 2. He's a high 2. He's a high 2, man. Listen, he's getting targets. Russell trusts him. He gets more red zone targets than any like receivers in the NFL, man. He gets a lot. He's a big guy, man. He's a big receiver. He can top them. You know what I'm saying? He can get open. I mean, the separation ain't great, but his hands, wingspan, I like him, man. I like me some Cortland.
He's he's healthy. He stayed healthy a little bit. He's finally figured some stuff out, and Russ is starting to cook a little bit. Where do you got like Russ in this week in fantasy football, Soup?
So look, man, bro, look, it's funny you say that. So Deshaun Watson goes down this morning. I tell you, I'm in class, I'm in fitness class, I'm coaching the class. Deshaun Watson out. I scramble. Who am I gonna go get? Either Matthew Stafford,
right,
or Russell Wilson. Grab Russell Wilson. I had Deshaun Watson on my bench in like 6 leagues. Grab Russell Wilson in 4, Matthew Stafford in 2.
Gotcha.
I like Russ. I like Russ.
A lot of people and Russ is starting to come around. They figured it out. They won some games in a row.
You know what? They getting that running game going.
They're getting the running game going.
Javonte Williams with the 25 touches in the last 3 games. 25 touches.
Yes. So you like Matthew Stafford this week as a good start. And moving forward, do you like Matthew Stafford?
This week, let me hold on. Let me see. Who they playing? Who Matthew Stafford?
That I don't know.
Hold up. I got you right now, brother. Matthew Stafford is playing Seattle, mid-tier defense against the quarterback. He's coming off an injury. I don't like him this week. I don't like him coming off. I told you, I don't like players coming off an injury, especially when they're trying to push them back quicker than they need to be pushed back. So I'm not saying start him, but if you don't have options out there, he's a good start for a strong 16 to 18 points in the standard league, which is, 230, 250 yards passing, maybe 2 touchdowns.
The reason that I kind of like it is because technically he's got 3 weeks. Because he sat out a week, he got hurt, and he sat out a week, and then they had the bye, and then he's got all this week, and then he's going to be playing a game. Mm-hmm. So I like Stafford just because he's had some time to get. Now, it depends on what's really wrong with that thumb. But if it's not horrible.
Hey, listen, this is week 11. All right, we in the home stretch.
Yeah.
Where wins become losses and losses become wins, right? And we're just trying to get into the playoffs. So you got to make the smart, informed decision. Do you want to go with a guy coming off of injury that ain't really been in sync with his players and all that? He hasn't been able to throw.
True.
Or would you go with a guy that has been doing it for the last 3 weeks? I'm going with the guy that's doing it for the last 3 weeks. I want to be smart about the situation. I'd rather have a higher floor and know that I got a guy that may not blow up, but he's going to get me them guaranteed 20 points. So,
I got you.
Yeah, that's what I'm on with that.
So, good question over here on TikTok: Dalvin Singletary or
Dalvin Cook
or Mitchell
or I mean, Devin Singletary. That's a no-brainer.
That's what I'm thinking.
No-brainer. There's nobody running behind Devin Singletary. 30 touches. 30 touches. Okay. Yeah, that's enough said right there.
Who's a good defense for you this week?
Defenses that I was going with. I was grabbing
the Browns.
I like Minnesota. I like Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Obviously, no Watson. So if Pittsburgh defense is out there, if I was y'all, I go grab them.
Who else? I like the Browns against the Steelers.
Browns against, but not like the Steelers against the Browns. I like the Steelers versus the Browns way better than that. I was picking up Washington's defense versus New York Giants. New York Giants
Oh, yeah.
always give up big points to defenses, man.
Man.
Yeah, I like they're the worst offense in the league
Yes.
statistically in fantasy football.
And they're
So
playing a third string quarterback.
and there it is. You see what I'm
Jeez.
saying? So you find that team that has a backup quarterback playing, a guy they just throwing in there real quick. Those are the defenses I like.
Gotcha.
Like Detroit versus Chicago, but I like it a little less now that I heard that my boy Justin Fields coming back this week.
That was literally going to be my next question.
Let's go.
But now here's the thing, Sue. Your whole thing was don't rush a guy back in that's
Yep.
coming off injury. Don't force it. Don't push it. Do
Yep.
people throw Justin Fields out there this week, though?
If they have no other options that are a high floor, like I said. I'm just happy he's back. I'm not saying I'm starting him. I got him on 5 of my benches out of my 23 leagues, and he's not starting in 1, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
So, but I'm just happy, he's coming back. Now, he showed me something, and he showed me that finger's okay. He'll be going in the lineups next week, or if it's a good matchup.
Gotcha. Yeah, yep. We'll see. I'm still holding my thoughts on Justin Fields until I can see him come back with the thought. Because what their head coach gave us last week about how he was coming back and, well, we'll give him another day, but he's definitely not playing. That just messed me. I thought, oh, maybe something else is wrong with him that we don't know, or he's hurt worse than what we think, because this head coach is an idiot.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So real quick, man, I'm gonna put y'all on some game that nobody really knows about, man. Michael Carter just got let go over in New York.
Yes,
he was their third down back a lot of times, especially in passing downs or 2-minute situation. That work goes to Breece Hall. Just want to throw that out there. That third down work is going to Breece. Davin dropped a pass last week. He's not a hands guy. Breece Hall is a hands guy. So I'm just throwing that out there for everybody. Breece Hall, get him in your lineup.
A lot of people thought that, okay, well, this is Dalvin Cook's opportunity. It's not going to be Dalvin Cook's opportunity.
It's not, bro. He just comes in to fill in when after Breece is running 60-yard down the field.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
That's it. So, let's fill him out. Give him a couple breathers, and then we back in the game.
Got it. Anything else, my man, that people should know this week about any crazy starts, crazy sits, anything like that people should know about?
Nah, man, I pretty much covered everything I had off the top of my head. But if anybody has any questions, you can ask away, man. I'm here. Once again, catch me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You catch me on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Hasu Fantasy Football. Like it, subscribe, get my updates, man. Top 5 starts, top 5 sits. Check out my I Told You So episodes, man. I'm usually about 65 to 70% for the year on my starts and sits, man. So I'm giving you 70% right answers. I mean, that's good numbers, man.
Absolutely.
Come check me out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, man, my man. I appreciate you joining us. We will see you again next week.
Most definitely. See you then.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, B.
All right. All right, my man. That was my man. Hot Soup Fantasy Football comes in every Wednesday, joins us, gives us his take on fantasy football. The guy, like I said, he's 23 leagues. He's been doing it for almost 2 decades in this crazy fantasy football world. Knows what he's doing, has a ton of fun, and more importantly, he is correct. So he is correct. But let's talk about it. So what do we got? What do we got here? So what's going on, Parker? How you doing, man, on TikTok? I appreciate you joining. I appreciate y'all joining. Again, every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, we are live on TikTok, live on YouTube, Big B Daily Show. So thank you guys for joining, man. Where are we at? What's up? So, Draymond, insane. Deshaun Watson, out. It's Wednesday. It's hump day for sports day. Nothing going on necessarily today. What do y'all got? The in-season tournament in the NBA, I don't know if I'm in or not. We'll see as it plays out a little bit more. I think it's a little much with these basketball courts that they're doing. My goodness. I mean, I know they're trying to be different, and I know they're trying to sell it, but I think the basketball courts are I mean, a couple of them, I can't even look at the screen. I'm like, my goodness. So, man, as a reminder, though, tomorrow, if you're on TikTok, we will be live streaming the game, the Bengals versus Ravens. We're not going to have you guys have to sit around and watch that horrible Amazon production that they put on, that dry production. We will be live streaming the game. So, Mr. J, what's good, man? Yeah, we live stream every Thursday. We didn't last week because of my knee surgery, so I apologize, but we will be back. We will be live streaming the game, so come join us. Should be a good game. Ravens, Bengals. Ravens, Bengals, live streaming on TikTok. So come on over and join us. Have a good time. Other than that, man, I think today we are going to shut this one down, people. So I appreciate you guys joining in. We will be back again tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, Big B Daily Show. If you're on TikTok and you're not following, give me a follow. Spread the word too, man. Tell your friends, come join us. Come check us out. We have a lot of fun in here. We'll have a lot of fun tomorrow. We have a lot of fun every day. So I will catch you guys on the flip side. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. And aloha.